everyone, I'm Alex and I'm the hands behind Lovecraft Crochet. My plushies are for the anxious, depressed, autistic, and neurodivergent. Small enough to travel in a purse, backpack, diaper bag, or even your pocket. You can check out my Facebook page or TikTok to see what patterns are available and stay tuned for the new ones coming out. I also make hats, scarves, blankets, and dice bags for the tabletop gamer or dice goblin in your life. Feel free to order through the page, TikTok DMs, or via email at love.craft.crochet@gmail.com. Now, on to the segment.
Due to the graphic and disturbing nature of the crimes discussed, listener discretion is advised. Retrostatic Radio presents Killing 15 Minutes.
Hello and welcome to Killing 15 Minutes, where you get your true crime fix in 15 minutes or less, or your podcast is free. I'm your writer, Sam Rossi, and shortly I'll be handing over a rough draft of a script to my brother, AJ, who hasn't read it, who's most likely has no idea what we're talking about. This should be fun. Good luck, bro.
Thanks, Sam. And let us continue using Riverside because we're doing this batch record while you're not home. I'm staring at a computer screen, wondering where my life went. Linda Sheryl Leon was born February 8, 1948, in Orlando, Florida. Her father died when she was 10. She was never close with her mother, claiming that her mother was both mentally and physically abusive. In December of 1991, she divorced Carl Block, an 80-something military vet. She would keep Block's last name, however. Sam found the marriage year as 1983, but who knows? Her second husband, George Sibley, would claim Linda's constant trait was charity. She was an active member of the Key West community, like Secretary for the Humane Society or President of the Friends of the Library of Key West. In August 1992, Linda and Sibley broke into Block's apartment. They forced him into a chair, gagged him, and Linda stabbed him in the chest before leaving. Neighbors found Block, and the attackers were charged with aggravated battery on someone over 65. They pled no contest before skipping town. Did you really have to go with this is how she was an amazing person before we went into, and this is her ganking her husband? Ex-husband? Sorry.
Well, yeah.
Fair enough. On October 4th, 1993, Sibley and Linda, technically they're both Sibleys, or she didn't take Sibley's last name?
She didn't take Sibley's last name.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's also another good thing to know. On October 4th, 1993, Sibley and Linda's 9-year-old son were parked in a parking lot of a Walmart in Opelika, Alabama. A passerby was concerned about the boy and talked to Opelika Police Sergeant Roger Motley, saying it appeared that the boy needed help. She also believed the family could be living in that car. Motley located Sibley's car, parked behind it, and approached before asking for Sibley's license. At some point, Sibley got out of the Ford Mustang. Now, according to Sibley, Sibley was explaining why he didn't need a license. Oh, Jesus Christ, he's a sovereign person, isn't he? It's one of those really moronic, I'm traveling. I'm a sovereign citizen traveling. I don't need an ID. I'm sorry, they pissed me off. They're the most Karen of political activists. Anyways, Sibley was explaining why he didn't need a license when Sergeant Motley placed his hand on his service pistol, I apologize. Sibley reached into the car and pulled out a gun and began shooting at Sergeant Motley before taking cover. Motley returned fire, wounding Sibley as he hid behind his car. Witnesses all agree that Sibley fired first. He sounds like a person who would fire. I'll be honest. Sometimes, you're like, oh, maybe the cop's being a dick, because they draw their weapons a lot. I mean, granted, this was in, the 60s, so it's a lot less awkward, or 90s. No. She was born in 60.
80-something? 93?
91 is when she divorced, so it was 93, yeah. Linda was a block away using the payphone. Hearing gunfire, she pulled a 9mm out of her purse. She ran towards the cars. Witnesses says that she crouched before firing. Sergeant Motley turned to face the new threat when she fired again, striking the sergeant in the chest. Sergeant Motley had given his bulletproof vest to a rookie patrolman just the week before. It's a real small town. Sergeant Motley was able to reach his car radio and call code 00, a help code. He put the car in reverse to get away from the continued shooting. He would later pass at a nearby hospital. The couple fled and ran into a roadblock. They were surrounded quickly. They released the boy when asked. Fearing a shootout, Lynda told the negotiator, "I don't want another Waco." She really had high aspirations there, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
We can argue about Waco all we want, but this ain't no Waco, Chief.
Nope.
The negotiator was puzzled and responded with, "What's Waco?" For those that don't know, Waco was a siege on David Koresh, played by Luke Perry. He was not actually played by Luke Perry. That was not actually David Koresh in Criminal Minds, you know.
I know.
Speaking of, Megan just shared that Cultish is actually doing David Koresh.
Oh man, I haven't listened to Cultish in a while.
Well, I really haven't.
It's just weird.
either,
It was
but-
popping up.
But no, it's actually really interesting. And we should probably do an episode on Waco. But I also feel that the ATF will want me dead, and a lot of right-wingers are gonna be hating me on it. Because,
Probably.
well, they've turned Waco into Ruby Ridge. As I've said before, they've tried making it where it's like, they were just kind and nice and they loved the Jesus, and then the ATF and the FBI came and killed all them little babies. Versus, hey, an armed militant cult refused a warrant, and then they opened fire on police. I'm sorry, if you're the asshole who fires first, I know, then there's a discussion on who fired first and shit like that. That's not what we're talking about here, Sam. Stop trying to derail the conversation.
Go back to reading about Waco.
For those that don't know, Waco was a siege on David Koresh, not played by Luke Perry. Sam. Criminal Minds is a separate character. He's just the person that we'd like to follow. If David Koresh was as charming as Luke Perry, maybe.
Maybe.
We're going to have to do one of those hear me out cakes on murderers later in life.
Probably.
And Branch Davidians by feds and Texas authorities. 51 days from start to finish, Waco ended with the building catching on fire. 86 people, including children, died that day. The pair were a part of an anti-government movement. They had... oh, God, he was a fucking sovereign citizen!
Keep reading.
The pair were a part... We're off of Waco now. Sibley and Lynda were a part of an anti-government movement. They had renounced their U.S. citizenship and burned their birth certificates. You know you can write certificate and not certifications, you dork. Driver's license and social security cards. They refused to help their court-appointed... That's a stupid fucking statement. They refused to help their court-appointed attorneys. The couple maintained the shooting was self-defense. They also believed that Alabama was not readmitted to the Union after the Civil War, so the state, that being the federal government, had no authority. Forensics could not determine who had actually killed Sergeant Motley. Both Sibley and Lynda were convicted and sentenced to death. Their common-law marriage made them the first, or only, depending on the source, husband-wife combo to be sentenced to die by electrocution. Lynda Block was put on death row on December 21st, 1994. She was housed at the Julia Tutwiler Prison for Women in Wetumpka, Alabama. She was executed at Holman Correctional Facility near Atmore, Alabama, on May 10th, 2002. She had no last meal, nor did she have any final words. She was the last person executed by Yellow Mama Bama's... Sorry, I said that wrong. I said it wrong. Don't point at me. by Yellow Mama Bama's electric chair, and the first woman since 1957. Sibley was executed by lethal injection on August 4th, 2005. Why is this the first time I'm hearing about Yellow Mama Bama?
Because I didn't realize that Old Sparky was it was Florida, and that Alabama had a yellow mama.
I thought Old Sparky was oh shit, what's the Alcatraz?
Maybe. I thought it was Florida.
Hold on. Here are some names for electric chairs. Yellow Mama was the nickname of the electric chair in Alabama. Gruesome Gertie was the one in Louisiana. Old Smoky is the electric chair in Jersey and Pennsylvania. And Old Sparky was the electric chair in Texas. At least that's according to the Google AI bullshit.
No, well, Old Sparky's nickname for electric chairs in Arkansas, Connecticut.
The first, whenever you do a Google search, it'll be like, people often ask this. So it's, what are the electric chairs called? They are power wheelchairs. I get what they're going for there. Now, if we told Mom that she needed an electric chair, do you think she would A, think we wanted her dead, or B, she needed a fucking hover round?
I think she'd think we want her dead.
Damn millennials. And by that I mean us. Because when we say Mom needs to be in an electric chair,
it could go either way.
I love my mommy. She listens to the show. I should not make jokes like this. My final thought is sovereign citizens are stupid. This is why I need you in the room next to me. I can't do this across the waves thing, man. I go unhinged.
Well, it's even harder when I don't have anybody looking at. I just got a picture of
my
Twitch.
Icon. It's fine. My battery's at 40%.
All right. I'm Sam Rossi.
And I'm AJ Carey.
Killing 15 Minutes is hosted by Arthur Carey, with scripts written and researched by Sam Rossi. If you like this episode or want to stay updated on this series, consider following Killing 15 Minutes on Patreon or Retrostatic Radio on all major social media platforms. Good night and God bless.
You're watching Retrostatic Radio.
Wheel of Random is turn, turn, turn. Tell us the 15 minutes we shall learn.
I'm Sam Rossi, writer and co-host of Randomly 15 Minutes, where the wheel of randomness gives me the topic and I write about it.
I'm Megan Klodnicki, and I'm the host of Randomly 15 Minutes. I cold read what Sam writes and learn in real time about a random topic.
You can find us on all major podcast platforms and YouTube.
Follow us on Facebook at Randomly 15 Minutes to get more random facts.